As I stand here today, I don't see desert. I see courage. I see faith. I see transformation. This land does not only promise comfort, it promises opportunity for all those who come here with integrity. United Arab Emirates did not only shape my father, it shaped my life as well. My father was born in a small town in Lunawada in Gujarat, India, in 1929. After doing his 10th, which was considered as a graduate those days, he moved to Bahrain. He mastered in many languages. He used to speak fluent Hindi, Gujarati, English, Persian, and Arabic. Apart from his good accolades in business, he was having a very keen zest of serving the humanity and serving people, and without any discrimination. In 1958, when my father chose to explore the Arabian Peninsula, he chose to come to this region. At that time, it was not UAE. Dubai was a very small town and there was no water supply, no electricity, no roads, no cars. Looking at the business accolade of my father, the visionary leader, same year came in power in Dubai, His Highness Sheikh Rashid bin Saeed Al Maktoum, Rahmatullah alayhi, and he saw the business accolade of my father and granted him a license to do business without sponsor. He built his business on trust, on quality, on ethical practice, which has shaped our journey for so many years. My father was one of the first in our community to start business in Dubai. And when he started business, he invited his nephews and family members to work with him. He has helped many in our community and our family to establish their own businesses. And they are now very successful entrepreneurs today. Not only in business, he was always ready in the community services. And one of his philanthropic example we see today is he built a community hall for Dawoodi Bohra in Dubai. Way back it was inaugurated in 82 and which still bears his name as Saasa Hall, or we call it as Iwan Saasa. And that stands tall, reminding about his responsibility, not his recognition. I was born 10 years later of my father's establishment of business in Dubai. I was born in 1968. And then on, I joined my father's business in 90. At that time, I thought that to have a continuation of our business, you require evolution. Keeping that in mind, we diversified our business into energy conservation, into water conservation. That has helped us to strengthen our legacy and continuation of our business. In Dubai and many countries beyond boundaries, we deal with many continents, in Africa, in Central America, in Europe, East Asia. I was not born in comfort, but in responsibility. That time I moved to Ahmedabad to have my education. I studied in St. Xavier's in Ahmedabad because my father believed that roots are as important as wings. I lived a very independent life from my early days. Every 6 months I used to come to Dubai with one truth, that whenever I come here, I feel I am at home. My journey was not linear. I saw growth, I saw collapse. One of the major transformation happened in 2004 when we took a moral decision to convert our business from credit to cash. Overnight business collapse. And that time, suddenly we found ourselves out of business. Instead of starting something new, I thought to educate myself. I thought to embark on my old dream of doing my master's. I started my master's in emotional intelligence and criminology. Both are very off-stream of education, but both I did for a purpose. My family has kept me grounded. Whatever I built outside has to be built strong inside first, in my family, in my house. And the biggest responsibility of my legacy is what I have inherited from my father. I have to enrich it and preserve it and pass it on to the next generation. Beyond business, I have learned from my father the importance of service and responsibility. In line with that, I am serving as a chairman in Dubai Chamber for Building Materials Group, which we are one of the largest in the economy. I am also advisory board member in Dubai Customs. As I have done my PhD in leadership, I am on board with many universities in UAE and India. These roles are not personal milestones. These are based on the foundation of the values what my father has embedded in me.
This is a long story, memory of the beautiful relationship, the late Sheikh Hamdan bin Rashid Al Maktoum, who passed away 5 years ago. And one thing I remember he did actually at my request, that people like Saasa, for example, get their trade licenses renewed without any restrictions on ownership or whatever. And the late Sheikh Hamdan has authorized such a move by signing a letter in actually in recognition of the role played by Saasa in the trade activities between Dubai and India, recognition of the nobility of the owners and the community as a whole. These kind of ties should continue, and I believe that they are strongly gaining prospectus with Mustafa and his team in the shop and in the business activities, personally and on the government level. Therefore, I really praise God. Other people also follow suit and start actually giving the information about the community establishment in Dubai and their role in the actual development and growth of our country, and particularly Saasa, of course, which have a big role to play in the trade activities and being doyens in the market in Dubai for more than 50 years or more, actually. I would say 50 years, humbly saying 50 years, but it should be more. Hopefully that this relationship continues for years and years to come.
My father, I remember the place where they would have their office in Deira, and next door to him was the Saasa shop. They're neighbors to each other. So Dubai at that time was a small city, and I remember everybody wants to do any hardware product or they would like to buy, they will go to Saasa shop. And this way that the name always rings bell in my head. The story that, he has come in the late 50s to catch up the wave of the progress of Dubai. It shows the visionary of him to progress and be part of the the story of Dubai. And this way, the family knew each other from that time, and the friendship is the most important thing that, it's to continue. That is very important that Taher Saasa was very close friend of my father. and they continue this relationship at that time. But I can tell you the torch has been now handed over to Mustafa, and he is also coming to us and playing a big role in continuing this friendship between the old generation and the new generation.
ताहिर भाई सासा से जो मेरा रिलेशन रहा, द डे आई लैंडेड इन दुबई 1960, पहली मुलाकात हुई जब हम लोग इंडियन एसोसिएशन में मिलते थे और हम स्कूल बनने की तैयारी कर रहे थे। और सासा साहब हमेशा हर किसी हमारे मीटिंग में, इंडियन की जो मीटिंग होती थी उसमें 90% सब सिंधी होते थे। ही वॉज द फर्स्ट बोरी कम्युनिटी टू जॉइन विद अस। उसके बाद उन्होंने हमें कहा कि भैया हमें कोई ज़रूरत हो तो मैं आपके साथ हूँ। पर हम लोगों की प्यार मोहब्बत ऐसा था कि जब भी हम कहीं मिलते थे, शेखों से मिलते थे, ईद में जाते थे या हम शेख को 26 जनवरी बुलाते थे तो सासा साहब को हम आगे ले आते थे। बिकॉज उनकी पर्सनैलिटी ऐसी थी कि इंडियन कम्युनिटी में, बोरी कम्युनिटी में, ही वॉज द फर्स्ट मैन टू बी रिकॉग्नाइज एज ए बोरी कम्युनिटी। और उन्होंने अपनी कम्युनिटी को काफ़ी कुछ किया, मगर हमारे साथ जो इंडियन कम्युनिटी साथ है उनका साथ था। जो मैं 60 में आया हूँ तो मैं उनसे मेरी मुलाकात 60 में हुई, तो मैं इंडियन का वाइस चेयरमैन था। इनको हमने कमेटी में उठाया इंडियन एसोसिएशन में। इनको हमने हर कहीं भी हम गए, इनकी मदद हमें 24 घंटे ऐसी होती कि आप जब मुझे याद करो मैं आ जाऊँगा। ऐसा प्यार मोहब्बत था कि हम लोग आपस में ऐसा लगता था कि भाई हम एक ही हैं। इंडियन एसोसिएशन बना के अच्छा सा ऐसा काम करते थे जिसमें वी ट्राई टू हेल्प। अकस्मात क्या हो गया, 61 में जिस शिप में मैं आया दारा में, वो दारा जाते वक्त डूब गया शारजा में। और काफ़ी लोग लुढ़क गए, कुछ डूब गए, कुछ आए। उस वक्त सासा ताहिर भाई आगे आए, बोले वासु भाई हमको क्या करना है। हम लोग जुमाल मंजीर के पास गए, हमने भाई अभी वो लोग शिप डूब गए, लोग बच गए हैं, कोई इधर गए, कोई उधर गए, कोई उधर गए। उनको ला के उनकी एक गल्फ होटल थी, उन्होंने पुराने जुमाल मंजीर में होटल दी, बिल्कुल सासा ट्रेडर के सामने होटल थी, गल्फ होटल। उन्होंने भाई वासु भाई आप फिक्र मत करो, ये भोजा मैं लेता हूँ। तो हमने ब्लैंकेट लाए, ठंडी का समय था, ब्लैंकेट लाए और सासा ने पूरे जो यात्री जो बच गए थे शिप में से उनको हमने गल्फ होटल में रखा और उन्होंने पूरी उनकी सेवा, वो मुझे सेवा याद है। मैं उस ज़माने में 21 साल का था। तो इनकी जो पहली हेल्प थी वो शिप डूबने में ज़ारा में उन्होंने बड़ी मदद की। बाद में मेडिकल में तो हमारे पास कोई क्लिनिक थी नहीं, हॉस्पिटल था नहीं। सासा टेरेस के पास में आगे चल के इसमें के पीछे अलमक्तुम हॉस्पिटल बनी है। वहाँ पर कभी किसी को ब्लड की ज़रूरत हो तो हम बोलते ताहिर भाई ज़रा ब्लड की ज़रूरत है, मिल जाता था, ब्लड मिल जाता था। मोस्टली जो इनका जो हिस्टोरिकल जो मेरे पास हेल्प थी कि उन्होंने दारा शिप जब डूबे जो लोग बच गए थे उनको मदद की। एजुकेशन में अरब यूनिवर्सिटी स्कूल में भी वो कमेटी पे आए, उन्होंने मदद की। ये पहला स्कूल था आफ्टर इंडियन हाई स्कूल, ये दूसरा स्कूल था अरब यूनिवर्सिटी जिसमें ताहिर भाई को हम लोग ऐसे ले चलते जैसे लाइक भाई एक इंसान एवर रेडी, तैयार है मदद करने के लिए। और उनके बच्चे आज उस कदम में चल रहे हैं कि बाप के नाम पे उनको जिंदा रखने के जो बाप ने किया हम वो करें। ये उनमें से उनका जो बेटा है डॉक्टर मुस्तफ़ा ने जो काम किया, मुस्तफ़ा ने वो भी देखने जैसे। कहने का मतलब साथ जितना बोलूँ उतना कम है। गॉड ब्लेस हिम।
I came to in touch with Taher Bhai when we opened office in the Ketu building, 1974. I used to go in the market. Taher Bhai was the leading man. Saasa traders was the leading among the all Bori community there. But one thing was very important there. Any problem you have with anybody, you go to Taher Bhai, he'll solve your problem in the Bori community. So we used to go and meet him. He was such a nice, tall, handsome gentleman. But his legacy in the market was unbelievable at that time. Then I came in touch with a young man, Mustafa, and when I met him, oh my God, I said, where the junior Taher Bhai has come. And such a humble, charming gentleman, and I'm sure Taher Bhai must be blessing him from there.
My experience with him has been about 40 years. I was introduced to him by Amir Jamia Sayyidi Yusuf Najimuddin. And I must be that time about 22 years old. I had completed my graduation and I wanted to go to America for higher education. And those days were restricted foreign exchange in India. So he kindly agreed to employ me for 6 months, knowing his status in the community. To me, he was a friend, more than an adult. And since those days until the last time I saw him in Dubai, it was a son and father, a friend, and an advisor. The first bill in my shop was made by him. The first supply of the material was done by him, and so many first. He was instead of an elderly person only, he was like a father to the community boys. People don't used to know him, know us. Sorry, people used to know us as Saasa when I came here, Arabs especially. Bohras were known as Saasa when I came here, and sometimes only by taking his name, work has to be done. I remember the first function I attended with him, with His Highness Sheikh Rashid. Sayyidina Muhammad Burhanuddin had come to Dubai, and Sheikh Rashid had thrown a dinner party for him. And Sheikh Taher kindly took me along in the function. And this was his way. Anywhere where he can introduce the young people, he will kindly do it. Like the felicitation of the cyclists of Indian team which had come to Dubai. He kindly arranged a function in Indian school, and those young boys had been awarded trophies and gifts by the Indian school when the first mosque in Dubai was being made. He kindly gifted the hall for gathering. And this was called, Maulana kindly gave the name to as Saasa Hall, which is very unusual. Sheikh Taher Saasa was on the board of the Indian school today, which is a very, very important organization. He was founding member. And I remember the day when we went to Sheikh Rashid to gift him a sword, Arabic sword, and the occasion was the marriage of Sheikh Muhammad. The gift was being given to him to remember and I think the photo is also present when Sheikh Rashid is sitting next to him. Some people are an organization by themselves, institution by themselves. And Sheikh Taher Saasa was an institution. Any charitable work, any social work which was happening in the community or outside the community, he will be the first man to go and any charitable work being done, he will be the first one to go and present his services. Out of the hundreds of shops which community belongs in Dubai market, must have been taken some advantage of from his charitable attitude. As I told you, my first bill was being made by him, and my first supply was being done by him. He supplied the material and also bought it by giving me profit. This is the way he used to help people. Knowing Mustafa, I feel the legacy which Sheikh Taher Bhai begin with, the legacy which Sheikh Taher Bhai started is still continuing in the community, still continuing in his family. I wish him best.
Today we celebrate the expats who made the UAE their home, contributing its growth and prosperity. Their stories inspire us to build a brighter future where success knows no boundaries. Dubai's visionary leadership, with its forward-thinking policies and business-friendly environment, played a pivotal role in our family's business and legacy success. It's only with their support my father built an empire, creating opportunities for hundreds of employees to become entrepreneurs themselves. For some, Dubai is second home. For some, Dubai is first home. We consider Dubai as our only home. This land shaped my father. It has shaped me. And as long as I breathe, I will carry this legacy forward. We have the same love for this land as any patriotic Emirati has. With humility, with gratitude, and unwavering faith in the United Arab Emirates.